where last we left you, it was busted, and now it ain't. Welcome, folks, to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Insurance Adjuster, part, well, I don't know, it's the third video, I don't know what part we're on. But, the final episode. All fixed. Kept the same fender, pulled it out, painted it, kept the same door, pulled it out, painted it. 3M super sticky tape works great for badges and shit. Rather than get aftermarket knockoff beat up badges, just got what do you call it, pull-offs from Boneyard. Clean, nice, look just as good as the ones that came off that were wrecked. Went on, no sweat. I mean, that looks like glass. Look at that. Schmidt's Auto Body in Hamburg. Very, very good work. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, this was just in here. You can see they actually got the ridge back. The little fender lip ridge, whatever you want to call it, eyebrow, whatever. I mean, this fender was crushed, and pulled it out and got it straight, and I mean, it's nice. Yeah, so I'm happy, and they put this, I had them put a pinstripe on it, because I guess up to 97, you used to be able to get the two-tone truck would have a pinstripe matching whatever the lower rocker color was, in this case gray. After from 98 on, they stopped doing that. But I figured, it's there, whatever. It was like $50 to stripe the truck. It looks beautiful. You've got the fatter strip on the bottom, and then the little skinny one up top, all the way down. It goes all around the back of the tailgate up the other side, and then comes to a point at the hood. Looks sharp. I like it. You know, looks real sharp. So, let's see. Well, obviously, new wheel, duh. New tire, duh. New wheel well inner, the, what do you want to call it, splash guard thing, whatever, that's new. New shocks on both sides. That brake line there's a hard line coming up behind the wheel well liner. It goes all the way up to the proportioning valve. That actually cracked. It didn't look cracked, but as soon as you put your foot on the brake, it would leak a lot. And then the, I don't know if you want to call it like the lateral line, this actually comes down out of here, goes across the axle to the other side. That was twisted and choked off. So you'd put your foot on the brake, you wouldn't get any pressure on the other side. It wasn't leaking, but it was crushed, so you couldn't get any pressure through it. This hose is the brake hose that goes to the wheel. That was leaking. Actually through the rubber, so that means it got crushed somehow during the accident. But you've got new lower 4-link member, new upper 4-link member. Had to put, you probably can't see real good, but had to put new bolts in up here, because where this actually attaches to the axle, it was good and bent to hell, and I had to beat it with a 30-pound sledge just to get the old one out. So new grade 8 bolts in both of those. Probably can't see it too good, but you know, you got a new steering knuckle in here. You've got new ball joints, new tie rod ends. We ended up having to put in new calipers too, because the semi-loaded caliper, because the bleeders wouldn't open. They were just rotted shut, so you couldn't bleed the brake lines after replacing that brake line. The sway bar, new sway bar end links. The sway bar itself, I thought it was out, because the angle on the one side was like 3 or 4 degrees more pulled outward, so to speak, than the other side. And I had only checked the spec on the one side, figuring that was right. Turns out it's actually supposed to be that way. I don't know why, but so, double checked it, ended up sending back the part that I got. So, no sweat. I'd actually gotten a whole aftermarket kit and everything that had a new, it came with the links and the bar as one piece, but it was like, fuck it, send it back, and just got the links, and it was beautiful. The links were shot. The little ball joints in them were just ripped to shit. You gotta understand, this whole axle, like where everything's just, lined up here, okay, this guy was pushed backwards, going that way, several inches. And the other side was pushed forward. So what happened is this whole axle that, should be roughly straight did that. It turned. Because again, we hit on the front of this wheel face and it just pushed everything backwards. So you can see down there you got, we kept the yoke, if you want to call it that. It's like a bolt-on yoke, goes into the front axle. However, one of the holes for they're little threaded holes that take like, it's some goofy metric size, with these little U-clamps that hold in the bearing on the end of the U-joint for the front drive shaft. And one of them, 3 out of the 4 were good. One of them, the stud actually had broken off in there, and I tried with easy outs and everything else to get that sucker out, and it would not come. Ended up having to drill it straight through the back and put a quarter 20 grade 8 bolt all the way through with a nut on it, because you can't get that little yoke. You can't get it. You got to go to a boneyard, and I'll tell you right now, they ain't going to be in no better shape than this one was. So it was worth the extra couple hours of labor to, make it right again. Let's see.